Hey friend, welcome to my podcast, The Fit Soul. I'm your host, Amy Ramsey. In this podcast, we will be discussing soul-filled strategies to unleash your confidence, increase your energy, and all the things healthy lifestyle. If you're a Christian woman who is ready to reach your God-given potential, walk worthy of your calling with abundant joy and energy, girlfriend, you are in the right spot. I mean, you only have one life to live. You might as well maximize it. Buckle in, and thanks for listening.
Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast today. And this is episode number 24, and it is a continuation of episode number 23. This is about how to take action, how to make changes in your life. This could be for your health. This could be for nutrition. It could be for your fitness. This could be for going after the big dream. Maybe this is for being a better financial steward. This could be for any change that you want to make in your life. This is going to be how to take action, the power of action, and how to overcome regret and achieve success. So last week, that step one was how to choose courage over fear. This is so crucial because really, oftentimes we don't move forward because we're scared. We can peel back all of the layers, all of the excuses, all the everything, and to know that it's really not your fault. It's your brain's way of actually keeping you safe, but it's got you stuck. So just like acknowledging and being aware of what's going on, and then going ahead and just deciding to go ahead and choose courage. Be courageous. Take those moves. Don't care what other people think. Take messy, scrappy action. That is the only way. That's the only way I've really been able to move forward. Is I finally had to just decide, I don't care that I'm not putting out perfection into the universe. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and do it scrappy. I'm going to go ahead and do it messy, and I'll figure out some stuff as I go. I learn better that way I'm so visual. I don't know if any of you guys are such a visual learner too. I actually learn better when I just get started, and then I learn how to implement at a higher level, and then I add new layers to whatever it is that I'm learning. And this is with, cleaning up my diet, exercise. This is taking new steps in my business. Even like starting this podcast, you can go back and listen to episode 1 and how I talked about how I just made the choice. I was never going to be quite ready for that. And oftentimes with change, I just kind of want to lay this foundation again. You're not ready. You'll never feel ready. And if you're waiting till you feel ready, you're going to end up sitting on your potential and end up with some regret. Step 2 was to know your purpose and take action daily towards that and your vision. There's this myth about purpose, and I get women that come to me almost frantic. I've got to know my purpose. I've got to be in my purpose. I've got to know exactly what my purpose is. Well, you're created for good works. I mean, at the end of the day, you're created for good works. And when we really line up and operate from a place of our spiritual gifts and the way that we are fully created and uniquely created with our amazing personalities, because God made us. He made us this way, right? And when we start to line up our thoughts and our beliefs and understand that we're really created for purpose, and purpose is not just a one and done. Oh my gosh, this is my purpose, my only purpose. No, you're going to have a bunch of purposes, and your purpose will actually shift and change as your life stages shift and change, because God is amazing, and I mean, we're multifaceted. So sometimes people get, especially the women that I've had women come to me, and they feel almost a sense of anxiety about that. And so I just want to relieve your anxiety if you feel some about that, because I know in the past I have too. These are some of the things that we talk about in my new Walk-Worthy mentorship, is how to take proper steps toward your purpose and your vision. We've got to keep that bigger vision aligned. If not, you're just going to be playing small, and it doesn't feel good on the inside. You actually know it. You feel it. It's an intuitive feeling of like, I feel like I should be doing more. But when you really are in flow of what God wants you to do, and you feel that ordered footsteps, you feel that surrender in your life, it's a different story. It truly is. Step number 3 is having the proper tools and proper support to help you change. We know the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Oftentimes we need to level up or have that coach, have that support, have something to help call us higher and to help hold us accountable to where we're going and have the proper tools in place. So that's where we started from. And today we're going to pick up right from there. And I want to share with you a story that just happened recently. Many of you know that I have, my son is a young adult on the spectrum. He's high functioning Asperger's, and this has been a journey. And it has been a journey from the time he was 3 years old till now. And gosh, it has been a hard journey. And I know some of you guys are on the same struggle as I am, just trying to figure out. I mean, the adulting is one challenge already, but adulting with autism is a whole nother challenge altogether. So he is in a great place. He's in a place that is super helpful to help him achieve independence. So it's not where I live. So I don't get to see him as much as I want, but I know he's in the right place. And all the mamas listening, you know that tugs at your heart, right? Anyway, I was on my way home. It was a very quick trip. It was his birthday, and I flew on an early flight over, had a super amazing day with him, long day, spent one night, and was headed back on my flight the next day. It was just a super quick trip, really, honestly, just to see him for his birthday. As I was on my flight home, my return flight home, mamas, I don't know if y'all can relate with this, but I had to drive to the airport. Like at this point, I've been so many times. This is a normal routine for me. I know how to, I'm proud of myself, very proficient. I can fly there by myself. I know the airports. I know exactly where to go in the airports. I know the best place to get a rental car. I stay at the same hotel every time. So I've got my little system, my little routine down. And so I was leaving out early the next morning to catch my flight. I have to drive 35, 40 minutes to the airport. I was there early. I sat at the Delta Sky Lounge and pulled up my computer and got some work done as I was sitting there. And listen, I'm sharing the next step with you. I'm kind of setting the stage for it. But what I do, I don't know about you guys, but what I do oftentimes when there's emotional things, I distract myself. I busy myself. I find an errand to run. I pick up my computer. I go to work. I start scrolling on social media. I'm really good at distracting myself. But it was time to board the plane, time to board the flight. I was tired and I had to shut my computer down, and I sat on the flight, and all of a sudden, all of my emotions caught up with me. All of the things that I was processing from the weekend and where things were. And as a mom, my voice is cracking now because I guess it's just emotional. As moms, we worry about our kids, our young adults, and I worry about his safety. I worry about his future and, all the things. And so as mothers, we just tend to take that on. Well, listen, I'm sitting on the flight and oh my gosh, it was so humiliating. The threshold, the gates, my tears started flowing and they wouldn't stop. And I think people may have thought that like I was therefore somebody died and I was having to catch an emergency flight because somebody died. Like I just couldn't stop crying. There they were. I was trying to will my emotions to stop. I was so mad because I couldn't. I just had to ask the steward for more and more Kleenexes. Like it was so embarrassing. But one of the things that I knew is that sometimes you just need a good cry, and sometimes we don't listen to our emotions. They're guides. They shouldn't rule us. They're guides for us, but I couldn't distract myself anymore. There I was on the plane in front of God and everybody and having my little just time to regroup. So I share that with you because it was so interesting to me. This brings me to step 4 is Step number 4 is focus on mindset, how to change, how to really change, how to have true change. You've got to change your thoughts. And the reason why I shared that story with you is I was on a call in my Walk Worthy mentorship, my brand new mentorship. The women that are in there right now are only in there because either they work with me one-on-one or they've reached out and said, Amy, oh my gosh, I want to work with you. And they got to get early access. It is open now, but let me tell you what happened on this particular masterclass that we were in. It was so incredible because we go through in this program, I teach you actually how to change your thoughts, because when you change your thoughts, everything in your life can change. Then you can change your actions. Then you can get a different result. I've learned this so many times, but we sat there and we went through, different ones get a hot seat. We'll have a hot seat and just have an opportunity to have real life coaching happen in real time. So if you know that you really want to focus on your mindset, I teach a process. It's through cognitive behavioral coaching and therapy, but I've broken it down simply. One of the things that I am able to do well, and that makes me a good coach, I'm not trying to brag, but my clients really do have tremendous success, is that I help my clients understand where their broken and limited beliefs are, but how to actually overcome it. And I take my passion through the love of Jesus Christ and His Word. So I take this neuroscience approach along with the Bible. And so this is no woo-woo. It's all science-based, but there's no woo-woo to this. And when you really learn how to focus and how to change your mind, I go through a 4R process on how to recognize, how to refute, how to reframe, and how to resolve, like how to move forward. So on this master class that we were teaching, one of the ladies was sharing just one of the thoughts that she wanted to focus on, because I give them an assignment and we go through goals, like we go how to set goals and we help hold each other accountable. So we went through hers and she goes, one of the thoughts that I struggle with, because the assignment is what negative or broken thought are you committed to working on and to building a new, more powerful thought. So hers was, I think that I'm not a good mom. And so we actually took that opportunity, and before we went through that process, so I could coach her on that, how to utilize this resource in the Walk Worthy Mentorship Program, I asked all the other ladies, I polled them, I said, does anybody else feel like that? Does anybody else have that exact feeling as well? Every hand went up. Every hand went up. And as she was saying that, I realized that was part of those tears that I cried on that flight. Is there's always that sense of, oh, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. I wish things would have been differently. I should have done this as a mother. Gosh, I wish I would have done these things differently. And I think as mothers, I feel like you can relate with that. If you can relate with that, let me know. Like, message me, DM me, and let me know. Amy, oh my gosh, yes, I struggle with that. So we went through this 4R thought renewal process and how to actually change and up-level your thoughts, like focusing on the mindset. And went through that process, and it was so powerful. It's such a powerful process. So that step 4 is focus on your mindset, and you've got to identify your broken and negative thought patterns. You've got to understand how to reframe that. And the last step of that is to resolve it. This is a decision. This is a choice. This is a choice that I'm not going back. And the beautiful thing about this is that it takes work with brain priming and utilizing this neuroscience. And it's not a perfect process, but you can change your thoughts. And everything in your life will start to change when you do this. So I can't recommend this step enough. And this is a lot of what we focus on in the Walk Worthy mentorship. See, worthy is actually an acronym for being whole, optimized, renewed, transformed, healthy you. It really is about this faith-inspired transformation where I'm using the latest science, and the foundation of it is faith in Jesus Christ. So if you are a woman and this is something that you need to overcome negative thought patterns, you've got some bad habits and you want to learn how to implement healthy habits for your life. If you know you've got personal growth that you're ready to push through, I cannot highly recommend you join this group. I'm only taking 10 in the month of May. So click the link here in I've got a May promo as well because it's brand new. I can't tell you how excited I am about this, but you can click the link in this show notes, or you can also go to walkworthy.thefitsoul.com and learn more about it there. Use the promo podcast in the coupon code and take some money off. So this will really help you transform your spirit, your life, your health, and your habits. And there's nothing like this. So I am here to activate. That's what I'm here to do. Okay. And then listen, the final step to take action and stay in that power of action and to overcome regret, but really to achieve success. Step 5 is still kind of that mindset piece, but I believe that as a coach, it's my job to set expectations. And I've led large teams. I lead teams, and it's important to set expectations with my membership, my mentorship, with my clients when we embrace the long game. When we set our mind on, okay, yes, I want change right now, but really what I want, I've got a bigger vision and I know what I want in the long game. Let me just give you an example for maybe it's weight loss. Losing weight is important. Having and maintaining a healthy weight is really crucial, especially as we're aging. And so there's a goal of, you know what? I want to be a certain size. I want to feel confident and comfortable in my clothes. Yeah, absolutely. I get it. I want you to feel that way too. I can help you achieve those results. But what's more important than that to me is that where are your numbers? Where is your cholesterol? Where are the numbers that matter? How about your circumference measurement? How is your activity? Setting you up for success for the long game, for independence when you're older, for strength when you're older, so you can age with independence is super important. So setting that idea, that expectation, let me embrace the long game, because you know as well as I do, if you've done 1 million diets like I have, it is about the long game. And it's really about choosing, what do I want? What's most important to me over what do I want right now, and really understanding and establishing that. It helps to start to eliminate some of the disappointments and also some of the, okay, well, this is over, what's next? So really establishing like this really beautiful, I call it a vibrant vision. Again, we do this in the Walk Worthy mentorship, a vibrant God-sized goals with a vibrant vision over your life, optimizing on all the levels and establishing and setting these things. So this is some of what we do in the Walk Worthy mentorship. Again, just click the show notes below. But I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. What is it that you're wanting to achieve? What is that next level for you in your life? What is it? Are you in a shift of life? Are you in a transition? Sometimes God has us in different seasons that are just different for that season. So where does God have you right now? And I really do want you to embrace and become everything that God has for you, everything in this world. Because listen, when you do that, when you are operating from that capacity, oh, it's so beautiful how beautiful your light shines. See, we're called to be light bearers for Jesus. And when we are operating in this space, he shines more. It's not about us, you see. It's about him. It's about glorifying him with our lives. And that's what we focus on. That's what we should be focusing on. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. I will see you back next week. And if you found value in this, share it. Share it with somebody. If you're curious about this mentorship, reach out to me. Click the show notes here and you can find the link, or reach out to me on DMs and screenshot, share this, tag me in your stories. All right. I'll see y'all soon.
Girlfriend, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I'm so honored you come back every week and that you share the Fit Soul podcast with your friends and family. Every time you share my podcast on Instagram or Facebook, I do a little happy dance. Make sure you subscribe to the Fit Soul podcast where you'll never miss an episode. You can go to Podcast, Apple, Stitcher, and Spotify and subscribe so you'll never miss an episode release. And just know, I truly love bringing you excellent content and great guests to provide you motivation and faith inspiration to help you walk worthy. And one of the ways you can help me is to go and leave the Fit Soul podcast a review. If you have just a moment, would you please go over and leave a review for the Fit Soul podcast? Thank you again. I love you. And here is your reminder. You are worthy. Until next time. Bye-bye.